A bowl of hot porridge in the morning, with a soft white bun. This is a favorite breakfast for many of the elderly. Sounds light and nourishing. Seems like the perfect fit, right? But you know what? Seemingly mild porridge and steamed buns. Actually, it is quietly planting hidden dangers for our health. Today, let's uncover the truth about this eating myth. By the way, let's talk about 6 ways to make your legs and feet stronger. Heart-healthy, high-potassium foods. Are you ready? Let's get started right away. So let's start with this. Let's talk about porridge and steamed buns. Porridge and steamed buns are really easy to digest, but it's digesting too fast. Their main ingredient is delicate rice flour starch. It is easily broken down into glucose after entering the stomach. Rush into the bloodstream quickly. What happened? Postprandial blood sugar is like riding a roller coaster. Whoosh up. Especially the porridge cooked with white rice. Raises blood sugar faster than eating dry rice directly. The sugar rise speed of steamed buns with white flour is not inferior. If the elderly person eats for an hour or 2, I always feel weak. Sleepy. That's mostly because blood sugar is high and then low. Let's look at nutrient absorption and satiety. Porridge is basically water plus a small amount of rice. It's soft white dough. These 2 things have calories. Nutrition is very thin. They have very little fiber. Not so much protein. Vitamins and minerals are scarce. The old man eats a big bowl of porridge. Eat a steamed bun. I feel my stomach is temporarily full, but due to the lack of fiber and protein support. Satiety doesn't last long. Hungry again soon. It's like punching cotton. It didn't take long for my stomach to growl and protest again. Many people think that porridge, steamed buns, and pickles are a light diet. In fact, this combination is the most unreasonable. Not only did blood sugar skyrocket, the salt content also exceeds the standard. It's not good for blood pressure either. And the nutrients the body needs are hardly ingested for a long time. The body used to be underfed. The embarrassing state of not starving to death. It's all carbohydrates. Air heat. Muscles don't get enough protein repair. Vitamins and minerals are also severely deficient. As a result, the elderly are susceptible to malnutrition, muscle loss, weakness of legs, immune decline. And here's what's even scarier. Persistent high blood sugar fluctuations, exhausted islet cells. After a long time, diabetes may come to you. The risk of cardiovascular and cerebrovascular diseases also increases. Here, you might be a little nervous. Can't you drink porridge for breakfast in the future? Have you eaten steamed buns? Don't get me wrong. It's not about saying goodbye to them forever, but to abdicate properly. Don't make porridge and steamed buns the protagonist of every meal. Occasionally, I want to drink a bowl of porridge to satisfy my cravings. You can add some oats to the porridge, brown rice, millet, or mixed beans. Thickness matching. Slow down the rise in blood sugar. Eat steamed buns with some vegetables and protein. For example, nibble on a few hard-boiled eggs first. Drink some soy milk. Eat another half of the multigrain steamed bread. So the glycemic response will ease a lot. Anyway, therefore, the elderly should learn to choose the staple food wisely. Don't be fooled by a bowl of white porridge and a white steamed bun. Next, we will introduce the high-potassium foods. It can enrich the diet of the elderly. Can help fight the health risks posed by porridge and steamed buns. Speaking of which, here comes the big show. This makes the muscles strong. Stable blood pressure. The hero with a strong heart. What is A? And the simple answer is this. A is an essential mineral electrolyte. They're like little motors in us. Maintains the normal operation of cells. In the elderly, often say that people are old and their legs are old first. Legs are boring. Frequent cramps. It is likely to be related to the lack of armor. Pseudo-ion transmit nerve signals. Involved in muscle contraction. If there is a false deficiency in the body, muscle cells are as weak as a power outage. Stomach cramps easily. I feel weak walking and climbing stairs. Proper nail replenishment can make muscles call, helping the elderly to walk steadily. Reduce the risk of falls. Not only legs, A is good for our blood pressure and heart, there are also great benefits. Modern people often have too much salt in their diet, and potassium helps to resist the effects of sodium. You can think of that as a pressurized faucet. Raises the water pressure in the blood vessels, and potassium is the red floodgate. Flush excess water out of the body. It can promote the excretion of sodium ions from the body, reduce water porcine tumor, reduce vascular pressure. Therefore, it helps to stabilize blood pressure. Many studies have found that a high-potassium diet can help prevent high blood pressure and stroke. For the elderly, vascular elasticity is already deteriorating. Replenishing armor is like putting a pressure relief valve on a blood vessel. Protect cardiovascular and cerebrovascular health. And finally, the heart itself also needs armor to protect it. Our hearts beat regularly every day. It all depends on electrolytes in the body to maintain normal electrical signals. The most crucial of these is the A. A is like a metronome for the rhythm of the heart. Maintain an appropriate level. The heartbeat can be steady. well coordinated. If there is a severe nail deficiency, arrhythmia, even cardiac arrest can happen. Certainly, dietary potassium is not so extreme all of a sudden, but long-term insufficient intake may allow the heart to function in a state of subhealth. Accelerated aging, adequate potassium can also reduce the risk of arteriosclerosis. Multiple protections for the heart. Unfortunately, many people, especially the elderly, the daily diet is far from enough. The average adult needs about 3,000 or 4,000 milligrams of A, but in reality, many people may not even get half of it. No wonder, A is mainly found in fresh fruits, vegetables, and beans, in potatoes. And many elderly people often have milled rice noodles in their bowls, pickles and meat and vegetables. If you eat less vegetables and fruits, you will inevitably lack armor. Armor replenishment is imminent. Don't worry, nail supplements don't mean taking pills or supplements. We have a natural source of armor on our table. Here are 6 high-end food stars to appear. Is the elderly's secret to healthy eating? But one more nagging before introducing them. Unless you have kidney function problems, doctors need to limit fake intake. Generally healthy people, you can boldly replenish your armor through food. Many benefits. All right, here comes the high school champions lined up. Among them, some may already be regulars at your table. Some may be newcomers that have only become popular in recent years. Let's get to know each other. Banana mentions nail tonic. The first thing that many people think of is bananas. Bananas can be said to be a high-potassium fruit suitable for all ages, a medium banana. It contains approximately 400 milligrams of potassium, easily help you replenish nearly 1/10 of the potassium you need for a day. Bananas are also rich in dietary fiber, helps intestinal peristalsis, relieve the elderly common constipation. It also provides vitamin B6 and a small amount of vitamin C. It's good for nerves and immunity. Eat a banana in the morning or after a workout. Can quickly replenish energy and electrolytes. It's invigorating. How to eat. The most convenient way to peel bananas is to eat them directly. You can also slice bananas into oatmeal, yogurt, or make a banana milkshake with milk. Perfect as a snack or afternoon tea. In moderation, a banana a day is enough. Although bananas offer many benefits, but it also contains fructose and starch. Eating too much can lead to too much sugar. Blood sugar control for the elderly. 1/2 to 1 a day is advisable. Try to choose medium rare. Bananas with incomplete sugar conversion. The blood sugar rise will be slightly slower. Avocado is also known as baked pear. Is the internet celebrity high-potassium food that has been popular in recent years. Don't look at his bad looks. The nutritional value is not low. The potassium contained in a medium-sized avocado, that's about 700 milligrams, even more than the content of a banana. The allure of avocados goes beyond their high potassium content. It is also rich in nutrients for the heart, beneficial monounsaturated fatty acids, vitamin E, and dietary fiber. Eat avocados properly for the elderly. Helps raise good cholesterol levels. Reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease. The taste of avocados is delicate as cream. It's very versatile. You can cut it into pieces and add it to the salad, adds a silky texture, or spread on whole wheat bread instead of butter. Have a healthy avocado sandwich. You can also stir it with milk to make it thin. Make a nutritious breakfast drink. Moderation. Due to the high fat content of avocados, calorie is not low. In the elderly, eat 1/4 to 1/2 a day. Enough for nutrition. If you need to gain weight or have a poor appetite, you can also eat one more appropriately, but be aware that the avocado itself is light in taste. It tastes good when it's mature. It is more suitable to choose ripe avocados with slightly soft skin. Sweet potatoes, sweet, soft, waxy sweet potato. It is a natural nail supplement loved by the elderly. Many people don't know. The potassium content in sweet potatoes is considerable. A medium-sized sweet potato is about 150 grams. Contains more than 500 milligrams of potassium than white rice of the same weight. White noodles contain much more potassium. Sweet potatoes are not only rich in potassium, and rich in dietary fiber and antioxidant cups. Carotene, vitamin A precursor. It produces blood sugar slower than milled rice noodles. For the elderly, it is better than steamed buns. Rice is a better choice for staple foods. The way to eat sweet potatoes is simple and diverse. The most simple way to eat is to wash it, steamed or baked with skin. Eat it as a snack. Sweet and filling, or cut sweet potatoes into pieces to make porridge. Boiled sweet potatoes are more nutritious than pure white porridge. Attractive color? It's sweet. No sugar added. Sweet potatoes can also be cut into strips, baked into a healthy version of dried sweet potatoes. When snacks grind teeth, some places make soup with sweet potatoes and sauerkraut, or fry sweet potato leaves to eat. Also has a unique flavor. In moderation, sweet potatoes are also a starchy staple food after all. For the elderly, eat about 150 grams a day. About half a root to a medium sweet potato. Use it to replace part of the staple food of fine rice noodles. It is more conducive to nutritional balance. If you eat too many sweet potatoes at one time, may be bloating. or high blood sugar due to excessive sugar intake, so enough is important. Eat it with some protein and vegetables. Sweet potatoes are more nutritious. It's also more hungry. The story of how Popeye loves spinach. You've heard about it. Although eating spinach will not immediately turn into a supplement. But spinach, it is indeed one of the high-potassium champions in vegetables. Muscle strength for the elderly. And cardiovascular health. Pay attention. 100 grams of spinach, about a handful, contains nearly 500 milligrams of potassium. It is also rich in magnesium and calcium. These minerals work synergistically with potassium. Helps maintain normal muscle and nerve function. Except for minerals, spinach is rich in vitamin K, vitamin A, lutein and beta-carotene, and folic acid. It can be said to be a leafy green vegetable with high nutrient density. For the elderly, eating spinach regularly can help prevent muscle cramps, relieve leg weakness. It is also good for protecting eyesight and bones. Kill multiple birds with one stone. No wonder it is called a nutritional model. Eating raw. Spinach is suitable for quick stir-frying or hot and cold salad. For example, blanch the spinach with boiling water for a few seconds and remove it. Mix some sesame oil and garlic paste. It's just a fragrant and delicious spinach mix, or with eggs. Tomatoes and soup. Make spinach egg drop soup. Smooth and slick. If you feel the taste of spinach is burning, you can also make vegetable juice with fruit. It is important to note that spinach contains oxalic acid. Blanching before cooking can remove most of the oxalic acid. Avoid affecting calcium and iron absorption. Moderation. A small handful of spinach every day, 50-100 grams, provides you with valuable potassium and magnesium. It is recommended to eat spinach 3 to 5
other dark
times a
green
week.
vegetables.
Varieties can be combined with rapeseed, kale amaranth, etc. Rotation. More comprehensive nutrition. Beans. All kinds of beans are indispensable in the diet of the elderly. Missed treasure food. Beans like kidney beans, red beans and black beans, soybeans and other potassium content are considerable. A bowl of cooked beans is about 150 grams. It often provides more than 500 milligrams of potassium. Some of these species like white kidney beans. Potassium even up to 1,000 milligrams per night. A super source of the A element. And not only that, beans are also rich in plant protein and dietary fiber. It builds muscle strength. And a good helper for stabilizing postprandial blood sugar. For those who don't like meat or difficulty digesting meat for the elderly, beans provide high-quality protein, helps prevent muscle loss. Make your legs stronger. How to eat. Beans come in a lot of different shapes. A cup of hot soy milk in the morning, or a bowl of fragrant black bean porridge. It's a good way to start. Soy products can often appear in meals, such as tofu, dried tofu. Not only does it enhance the taste, also supplements nail and calcium. Red beans. Mung beans can also be made into soup or ground into bean paste for dessert. Red bean dumplings in Chinese desserts. Mung bean cake can also replenish some potassium by tasting it in moderation. Remember to put less sugar. If you like to dilute the taste, you can put chickpeas, cooked lentils with salad, or boil all kinds of miscellaneous beans into a thick one. Assorted vegetable soup. It is also a nutritious meal for the elderly. It needs to be reminded that it is best to soak dried beans for a few hours before cooking. This not only shortens the cooking time, it also helps to remove some phytic acids and gas-producing substances. Make the beans easier to digest and absorb. In moderation, eat about half a cup to a cup of cooked beans every day. 50-100 grams of dried beans is a good choice. Yeah, good, but don't overeat all at once. To avoid flatulence, insist on eating beans more than 4 times a week. Rather have no meat than no beans. You will definitely benefit a lot from it. Tomatoes, bright red, juicy tomatoes. It is also one of the recommended high-potassium foods. A medium tomato contains approximately 300 milligrams of potassium. Don't look at the numbers. They are not as bright as the previous ones, but the amount left in the daily diet is often larger. And tomatoes have other hidden skills. First, tomatoes are low in calories, high in water and rich in vitamin C, immunity to the elderly, and good for skin health. Secondly, his attractive red color comes from lycopene. It's a powerful antioxidant. There are studies that find lycopene helps to lower the heart rate, vascular disease risk. It is very helpful for protecting the heart and blood vessels. Therefore, eating tomatoes often not only replenishes the nail, it is also equivalent to adding a protective film to the heart. How to eat? Tomatoes can be eaten raw and cooked. Eating raw can maximize vitamin C. For example, chew directly after washing, or cut into pieces and mix with cucumbers for salad. Sweet and sour appetizer. Cooked food is more conducive to the absorption of lycopene, like the classic scrambled eggs with tomatoes. It's a dish for all ages. Bright soup, bibimbap special rice. Or cook a pot of tomato beef soup. The sour taste of tomatoes melts into the soup. It is very suitable for the elderly to warm their stomachs. There is another simple way. Juice with tomatoes or buy 100% tomato juice. Low sodium. Have a drink in the morning. refreshing to quench thirst. Supplement with potassium and vitamins. Some processed tomato products, like ketchup, tomato sauce. Potassium content is more concentrated, but often with added salt and sugar. Don't eat too much. I still recommend fresh tomatoes. In moderation, make sure to eat a tomato or equivalent every day. A cup of tomato products, about 150-200 grams. You can get a good armor replenishment effect. Tomato food. Eating large amounts on an empty stomach may stimulate stomach acid. It is best for the elderly to eat after or between meals. It's gentler, saying so much. Have you discovered a healthy diet tips? That's right, less delicate fake nutrition. A little more natural fake nutrition. At the elderly table, porridge and steamed buns might as well make way for colorful vegetables. Fruit, beans, potatoes. This not only stabilizes blood sugar, legs are strong, even the heart is at ease. Perhaps the secrets of the long-lived elderly, hidden in these seemingly ordinary foods. Hope to share today. It can inspire you and your family. The next time you prepare a meal for the elders in the family, remember to add an extra serving of high-potassium foods. Let love and health be delivered together. I wish all middle-aged and elderly friends a happy meal. Move smoothly, nimble legs, heart bang bang.